Can I take you through my morning really quickly?
Yeah.
Because this is episode 2, season 2. I mean, it's technically season 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of our best team men. So I went to the gym this morning. I dropped my daughter off at childcare.
Yep.
Went to the gym. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to come home. I'm going to swing past the shops on the way and buy some eggs, some juice, just cook up a breakfast. Because my body's getting used to this new routine of not having to work first thing in the morning.
Yeah, so you get a sleep in.
Well, kind of. I'm still up at 6,
Yeah,
but it's
better
still
than 4.
it's better than 4, exactly. So awesome. Planning to go to the shops, go home, have some breakfast, have a coffee, then just ease on in here and then have a lot of time with you. So I get to the IGA on Semaphore Road, pumped. I'm like, I'm going to buy 6 eggs or maybe 12. That's some juice and then make
Pulp
some
free?
Yeah. I can't do pulp.
No.
Make some scrambled eggs. So I go, you know what? This is awesome. Then I'm like, oh shit, I forgot my wallet. So I can't do that. And I think, you know what? Stuff it. I don't need to get the ingredients. I don't need to be home. I'm going to go sit at a cafe and eat my breakfast. And then I thought, well, I can't because I forgot my wallet.
Yeah.
So I get home, and while I'm driving home, I'm pretty annoyed about the fact that I forgot my wallet. I
Yep.
thought, this is pretty poor.
It's ruined your morning.
Well, exactly. So I go home, I go inside, and I get my wallet. Great. Then I go to the BP on the run on Victoria Road, which is near where I live. Get the eggs, get the juice, fantastic, go home.
Got your wallet.
Yep, all good. Tick. Turn a corner, and then my keys fall down the side of my seat in the car. And that's annoying because my hand doesn't fit down there to pick it up. So I thought, all right, this is really annoying. And at that point, I've gone,
Yeah.
because I was a bit frustrated.
Yeah.
Get home. I thought, okay, you know what's going to make it better? If I eat my eggs, drink my juice, I pull out my keys to open my front door, and my front door key looks like the letter L.
Out of all the ones.
Mate, and I didn't know what to do. So I tried to bend it back straight again with my hand. Didn't work. I put it in between 2 bricks to try and do it.
Yeah,
nothing was working. And I thought, you know what's going to work? If I actually put the key in my front door and then try and bend it back. Because I thought that's great because it's in shape. It's fitting there perfect.
That's
So
right.
I've done that.
Yeah.
But then I almost really swore then. Can I swear on this?
Yeah.
The fucking key snapped inside the lock. So I've got half a key inside the lock,
Yep.
the other half in my hand. I thought, what am I going to do?
You didn't try the old credit card through the little...
No, it's
That
not
trick?
it's not a hotel.
Oh.
Like at
I
that
swear
point,
I've seen James Bond do it at a
yeah.
house.
Well, this is real life, mate.
okay.
I'm sitting outside thinking, what do I do? So I thought I'm going to put half of the key in to the door so it can connect to the other half of the key, and it opened the fucking front door.
Oh, did it?
I got in, but then I had to get a locksmith.
But at least you got to make your breakfast.
Exactly. But then I had to wait for an hour and a half for the locksmith to
Yeah.
come. I needed to go to the bathroom, and I don't really like to time that. So it's like, I'm just going to wait till he goes. It was horrible. So it got there, and
Yeah.
he serviced my lock, so to speak.
Beautiful. And what about, did he fix the key?
Yeah, no, that's not fixed. No, got a couple of keys cut as well, and here I am. And we've only got like...
You know, it was funny. I was thinking about it on the way in. You said something last week. I can't exactly remember what it was, but it wasn't too dirty.
Yeah.
Right, but you still didn't want to say it. But then I go back to the last year, and you were talking about Jizzflick celebrations.
Oh, yeah. But I've changed.
Matured.
Mate. Yeah, I've matured now. Don't worry about that. It was just kind of like our pre-season last year.
Yeah,
We're
true.
the real thing.
Yeah, no.
Oh, man. So here we are.
Here we are. All right, we're going to get straight into it. Now, obviously this week's been very tough. There's been a major tragedy in the sporting world, and probably something that hits really close to home for you,
Yeah.
being a massive basketball fan and also a father.
Yeah. So we're talking about Kobe Bryant. I'm going to separate it because I don't want to be a hypocrite, right? So let's first of all talk about, I think it's one of those moments, you know, it's really funny. So I lived in Tasmania when Martin Bryant went nuts and killed all those people. I remember where I was when I heard it. I remember where I was when I found out that Princess Diana died.
Yeah.
I'll never forget where I was when I found out that Kobe Bryant passed away. I woke up Monday morning. I turned my phone off Sunday night.
Yep.
And my daughter went to the Strikers for the very first time on
Saw your photo
Sunday.
with her, yep.
Yeah. So my missus took her. And that was great. Like I got to walk across Adelaide over with her at the end. It was beautiful. Turned my phone off, woke up the next morning, had a message from Eddie Betts, which was all the crying emojis. Message from my sister that said, I understand if you're going to be pretty sad at work today. I'm like thinking, why?
And then you're just getting these messages without the actual information.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I thought, okay, well,
something's happened.
I'm going to have to go to news.com.au and on social media. And I did. And I saw the headline in red that Kobe Bryant dead. And I'm like, what?
Doesn't register.
Where were you?
Same deal. I'd just woken up. I'd played a gig the night before.
Yeah.
And I'd woken up and my wife walked in the bedroom and she goes, Kobe Bryant died.
Yeah.
And I had literally just woken up. You know when you just wake up, you just open your eyes, but you're still tired and you don't even really know where you are, let alone comprehend some news like that.
Yeah.
And it honestly took me 10 seconds to know who she was talking about because the Bryant thing in my head went straight to Martin Bryant because you just don't think someone like him at that age, you don't comprehend it.
Yeah, exactly. And why I said I'll break it into two parts, because growing up, I feel I missed Michael Jordan era.
Yeah.
Like I didn't love basketball when Jordan was playing.
Yeah.
So probably from, like I had basketball cards and everything, but probably from the late 90s into the 2000s, I really started getting into it.
Did you ever watch Michael Jordan's videos? The
Yeah.
VHS ones, the playground and Come Fly With Me.
100%. Yeah. But I didn't really connect with them.
Yeah, it was just something that you watched and enjoyed. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like in the 2000s, it was you either like LeBron or you like Kobe.
Yeah.
And I loved LeBron. And I kind of thought then, well, that means I have to dislike Kobe.
Right.
It's one or the other.
Yeah.
I didn't feel then that you could have an appreciation for both. It was always that argument. No. Well, LeBron is better. It's the Messi-Ronaldo debate.
Yeah.
You can never go there both as good as each other.
No.
One always has to be better than the other. So I never liked the Lakers and I never liked Kobe.
Yeah.
Purely because I loved LeBron.
Yeah.
And I watched last night his final game. It was
Yeah.
on ESPN against
that.
the Jazz. And like, I asked a question to one of my mates last night. I'm like, do you reckon the Jazz kind of tanked? Like they were taking 3-point shots with a minute to go when they didn't need to. But Kobe still had to make those shots. Like his basketball legacy is incredible, right? It's
You can't question it.
You can't question it. But what got me was seeing no matter what he's done in his personal life, and there's lots of stuff about that. I don't really try to look into it.
Yeah.
But like his relationship with his daughter, that got me. And what I can't get out of my head is the final seconds of the helicopter either going down or them knowing what's happening and him having to look at his daughter and saying it's okay. Like you just know he would like.
Yeah, because that's just the kind of person that we know that he is now. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's just, you always think about that, don't you? You always go, what was going through
I know.
their head in the last seconds? And
That's not supposed to happen either.
No.
Like, you know what, when athletes or celebrities have something bad happen to them, it makes them seem more human.
Oh, absolutely.
But it also rocks our world because
Yeah.
we go, hold on, if that happens to people that we see that are supposed to be invincible,
it can happen to us.
well, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And you know the shit thing about it, we've spoken about this before, I reckon, when we spoke about Danny Frawley. In a couple of weeks, it will just come something that had happened.
Yep.
We'll, for this week and next week, go, well, life's really short, live for every moment and enjoy life.
And then we go back to taking things for granted.
That's it. Get caught up in the daily grind. We look at our phone while we're driving and we do all that shit.
Yep.
And you go, fuck, like,
Yep.
just seeing how it's affected. I watch basketball every day.
Yeah.
Like whether it's highlights, I look at it every day.
Something. You watch something.
Absolutely. Every day.
Every day.
And to see that affect something that I'm so close to. Yeah, it sends shockwaves.
Because it's a community. Basketball,
Well,
the
it
basketball
is.
community. That's what you'd call it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and it's... I think like I was trying to explain it to my wife because she didn't really understand. And I just said, no matter how good you are at what you do, how much money you make, how many awards you have, how many accolades, you die.
You die.
That's it.
But yeah, it's true. But also, you know, put all those things to the side, like you said, the championships and the records and all that sort of stuff. He's still someone's father.
Yeah.
He was still someone's husband, someone's son, human.
Yeah. And
I think people get swept up in that he was a sports superstar, but at the end of the day, he's still a human being.
Yeah, and there were 7 other human beings
That's right.
in the helicopter as well that passed away, and you hope that it doesn't take away the tragedy that other families are going through.
And I can't remember if it was Kylie or Kendall, but all she could say was, I was in that helicopter a couple of months ago, and that could have been me. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah,
honestly.
it's funny
Stop
how
making
like
it about you.
Well, that's exactly right. And when things like this happen, sometimes people find ways to insert themselves into a story. And look, I understand people are sharing memories and things like that. They're entitled to.
Do it in the right way.
Yeah. It's man. All I wanted to do was just spend time with my kid. Like my kid was a little brat this morning, and I didn't care.
You don't care. You just cop it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird. And I just love that the video, which has been shared more frequently over the past 24 hours, is about being like a father to daughters. And when my wife was pregnant, I was like, I really want a son.
Yeah.
Like every guy wants a son. But as soon as my daughter was born, I didn't care.
Yeah.
And I just love being a father to a daughter.
Yeah.
And it makes me now want to take her to women's sport and to do everything that she wants to do so she can, whether I like it or not, it's irrelevant. Like that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I reckon let's take a breath and then come back and do something a little bit more different.
Yep.
So blow the song. All right. Let's continue. We've got a couple of things to follow up, which we can do in the next episode. I was listening to, what I'm doing all the time now is listening to music that we could potentially play in our gig when we have one.
Yes.
And apparently Glenn Aikman is out of jail.
Well, he wrote us a wall post, and I thought, well, geez, they must have good Wi-Fi in Yatla. But then he confirmed he wasn't actually in jail.
Right.
Which sort of ruined our story a little bit. But he did post something very interesting. He did notice that Rafael Nadal is receding.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's funny. I actually thought about it. You remember when he first came on the scene?
Yeah.
Rafa, not Glenn. Yeah. And he used to wear the bandana.
Yeah.
He's done it in the wrong order. He should have not worn it when he had the hair, but now that he's gaining a bit of a five head, he probably should put the bandana on now.
I've noticed it. And I think when you become someone that has very thin hair or you shave your head, you notice it on other guys all the time.
Yep.
Like there's a guy who plays for Port, the Power and the Maggies, who needs to, and I kind of want to go up to him and go, mate, it's all good. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? We can talk about this because we're both challenged in that area.
We are.
I mean, you've got a beautiful head of hair now, but let's talk about the feeling of before you shave your head. It's fucked.
Yeah, it is.
As a guy,
it's
scary.
Yeah.
It's like removing armor. Us talking about it isn't probably going to really convey the feeling of how scary it is.
But do you know what? When you do it and you go out into public and no one says anything,
yes,
you're like, why the fuck was I worrying that whole time?
Exactly. It's
because
liberating.
No one cares. Because I don't look at anyone and go, oh, he's something deficient with him or her. I don't pick things out on people.
You become more self-conscious. I remember I used to always think people were looking up at my forehead when my hair was thinning. And I remember exactly where I was when I decided I'm going to shave my head. I was watching my wife in Melbourne play a game of soccer, and she was the worst. And at that point, I've decided I need to change my life. So on the way home, this was in Richmond, I think, near Toorak Road.
Yeah.
And I said, we need to go past...
Is this when you were living there?
Yeah, in 2008.
Yeah.
And I went and bought clippers and I shaved my head.
Gone.
That was that day.
Yeah.
That moment I thought, let's do it. And then you gradually embrace it more and it's great.
Yeah.
But you see guys holding on to it and you go, mate, it's not that bad.
Just clip it. Literally.
Yeah, but also we can say that now because we've done it.
Yeah.
But
I want to go through, I've made a bit of a list of people that have made it okay to be bald.
Yeah, go.
Okay,
go.
So these are my honourable mentions.
Okay.
Okay, so this one's a collective group.
Yep.
So you've got Tom Harley, Gary Ablett, Josh Hunt, and Chapman, all played for Geelong at the same time.
Yeah.
The toe ball crew.
That's a good crew.
They were all bald.
Yep.
And they played in flags.
Yep.
That's enough for me.
Yep.
Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Extremely bald.
Chris Judd embraced it. He grew his hair back a little bit. Did I just take one of yours?
Yeah, you took one of my top
Sorry.
five. That's
Sorry.
all right. That's all right. Andre Agassi.
Yeah. Because he had a wig for a while.
Did he?
Yep.
Okay.
He talked about it in his book.
Right.
Yep.
I haven't read that. Michael Klim.
Yeah, good. I think he suffers alopecia, but that's okay. I think he has. I don't think he has any body
Doesn't
hair.
he?
No.
Okay. My apologies.
No, it's okay. It's just a medical condition. It's fine.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Hard bastard.
I've been called malnourished Bruce Willis before.
You do have to run around the shower to get wet.
Yes.
All right. My top five.
Okay.
Coming in at number 5, Vin Diesel.
Yeah, he's a good bald man.
Very good bald man. Drives a fast car.
Can't work out if
Loves
he's good in movies yet.
Loves a Corona. No,
Loves a Corona.
He's just got this macho thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? The Rock.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I was hoping you'd say that one.
Yeah, The
He's
Rock.
good.
Yeah, he's an inspiration to all.
Yeah.
This one might be along the same path as Michael Klim.
Okay.
Mil Hanna.
Yeah, I think he also suffers from that condition.
Sorry, Mil.
Sorry, Millhouse.
You remember his mate Tommy Alvin, who had too much hair?
Oh, gosh.
Chris Judd.
Yeah. So Chris Judd shaved his head, which was great. But then there was an AFL commercial a couple of years ago that they played shipping up to Boston.
Right. Yes. And
when he was running at a horse track and he had hair. And I'm like, what's going on here, Juddy?
Maybe they filmed that in his early days.
Maybe. Yep.
Number 1, Jason Statham.
Yeah. Yeah, he matches the stubble with it as well.
Yeah.
Can I talk about, I'm going to flip it right. I'm going to talk because as a bald guy, you become obsessed with celebrities who are bald but have done something about it.
Well, you look at their style and you're like, well, I wonder if that's going to work on me.
Yes, but I'm going to talk about guys who are actually bald that you may not know that have had severe work done.
Okay.
So we're going to have to close it after this as well because I have to go, which is really shit.
That's okay.
All right. Number 1, Jeremy Piven.
Really?
Jeremy Piven, this is what I want you to do. Google Jeremy Piven Seinfeld. Do that right now while our listeners are doing it. Jeremy Piven wears a massive rug. He wears a wig on his head. And he was on Seinfeld and he's bald.
Right. I'm just Googling it right now.
So Jeremy Piven is obviously on... What's his character's name on Entourage?
Ari Gold.
Ari Gold. He's Ari Gold, yes.
Yep.
He's bald.
Holy shit.
There you go. Okay. Matthew McConaughey has had so much hair work done. It is unbelievable. Yes.
Okay.
As you know, John Travolta has finally embraced it, but he was wigged up all the time. There's a couple of AFL players who have gone the wig.
Yeah, and the Triple M boys actually gave
They call it out. So
Yeah.
Brent Guerra went the wig in, I think, 2007.
Yeah.
But then he's since removed it. So now he's an assistant coach.
David Hale.
David Hale got it, removed it.
JB called him Hair Hat Hale.
Josh Walker, who was at the Cats, went to Brisbane. He put one on.
Okay. Ricky Ponting.
Ricky Ponting is definitely rugged up.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to finish this one on is Doug the Rug Bollinger, right? Fast bowler, played Test cricket for Australia.
Yeah.
Now, he had a rug, and it was quite obvious. But the most obvious time that we knew about Doug's wig or Doug's rug was when they went to Hotspot when he was playing a game for Australia. And you can see on Hotspot him running into bowl and you can see the actual hairline apart from what is on the top of his head.
Oh.
So I need your reaction here. Can you please Google? It might be Google or YouTube. Doug Bollinger, Hotspot. And I will just be silent so I can hear your reaction to this because it is outstanding.
It actually comes up in Google before you finish writing.
There you go.
Oh, far out. I'll be fucked.
If you are a...
It looks like he's wearing a bandana.
or a kipper because he's Jewish.
Remember those headbands you can buy with the fake hair shooting out the top?
If you are a man who's deciding whether you should shave your head or not, yes, definitely do it. It's you know what? It's scary once you're leading up to doing it, but embrace it, and then that's great.
That is amazing.
We'll be able to do a longer episode next week. We'll get some updates on where we're thinking. Now, Glenn Aikman, if you are listening, I think he's one of our 3 listeners. If you are
not
in
jail,
prison,
by the way.
Okay, well, if you are in prison and you still have access to certain establishments like nightclub places, have a think about where we can put on our show.
Yep.
And of course, we need to very soon align ourselves with some local football or local sporting clubs around South Australia.
Absolutely. Let's get around a couple of different ones. Let's get around a footy club and then maybe a netball club. Or
I think we need to do a men's and a women's team.
Agree.
But it's been great seeing you.
Yeah, you too. Briefly.
How do people follow us on the socials?
So at Best Team Men on Twitter.
Yep.
And Facebook, facebook.com/best team men.
Okay, so at the moment, Glenn Aikman is our number one ticket holder because
He
he's
is.
our most popular listener.
Yes, he plays in a social basketball team on Tuesday nights called Out of Shape.
Did you see I can dunk now?
I did see that.
Yeah, I did it
how,
again this
How
morning.
high was the ring?
No, it's legit high.
Legit? 'Cause
Yeah.
I saw someone try and troll you.
Oh,
And
mate,
you gave him a really good clip back. It was
Jeez,
amazing.
I did that again this morning. Huh? Boom.
Like it. You
Yeah.
look like you're doing it easy. Imagine if
Yeah,
you
it
actually
doesn't
had
feel like it,
Imagine if you actually had a crack.
Yeah, I know. Far out.
Get some spring into the legs.
Yeah, well, I needed to go home and have breakfast and go to the toilet, but didn't because my locks are fucked. Anyway, it's good seeing you.
You too.
Good serious chat today as
Yes,
well.
it was good. Next week we'll have a little bit more time,
Yeah.
a little bit more sport.
Yep. Thank you very much to Ozcast Network as well for facilitating this. What we might try and do next week as well and bring in something so we can film us doing a bit and chuck it on the socials as well.
Yep, absolutely.
Thanks, mate. See ya.
All right, mate.